guys, welcome to my channel. So yep, this is a new video coming to you. If you like this look, stay tuned and keep watching. So let's get started. I'm gonna first prime my face with the Becca Ever Matte Poreless Priming Perfector. I'm just gonna tap that in to my face, all over my face, and then let it sit and dry while I do my eyebrows. Yes. I'm gonna fill in my eyebrows with the Rimmel London professional eyebrow pencil in the shade black brown. So I'm first gonna outline the shape that I want, and then I'm just gonna fill it in with small strokes going in the direction of my hairs, my eyebrow hairs basically. And once I'm done filling it in, I brush it out with a spoolie, and then if there are any empty spots, I do go back and then I fill it in again. And so I'm gonna do the other eye as well, and then clean up with concealer. So once I'm done filling in the eyebrows, what I do is I clean it up with my Maybelline Fit Me concealer in the shade Cafe with an angled brush. I mean, sometimes I use an angled brush, sometimes I use a square end brush. It depends on how I'm feeling, to be honest, but yeah. So we use the angled brush to clean up the eyebrows following the same exact shape that I drew before. And then you just blend it out. Yes. And then I'm gonna use my Covergirl elixir foundation in the shade 675 just to clean up the top part. I usually use a darker color than I use for the underneath to clean the top. So again, we clean up and then you blend it out. I use like a small blending brush to blend mine out, and then I'm gonna go ahead with my foundation. I'm using L'Oreal True Match foundation in the shade Espresso C10. I'm gonna list all the products that I use down below in the description box, so check it out. Once I'm done blending that in, I'm gonna go in with my Ben 9 luxury powder in the shade dark cocoa just to set that in place. Once we're done with the face, then we're gonna go to the eyeshadow. I'm using the NYX Jumbo pencil in the shade white as my primer. Because I'm using bright colors, I wanted to just make sure that it pops, because usually it doesn't show. So the NYX Jumbo pencil actually makes the eyeshadow pop a bit more. So I'm just gonna go in with the shade purple. I'm gonna put that on my eyelid first, and then put it into my crease, and then blend it out a bit and towards the inner crease, just so it blends with the other color that I use as well. Once I'm done with the shade purple, and then I go in with the orange color, same from the BH Cosmetics. I think it's a 120 color palette from BH Cosmetics. And so I also blend that in, and then I go with this light orange shade from the Morphe 350 palette as well. And I just blend that in. And what I do is I take a smaller blending brush and then I blend all the colors together in my crease. And then I didn't show that in this video, but I used like in a dark orange to brown color to blend the whole thing out. So I'm just gonna highlight my face now. I'm using the same Covergirl Elixir foundation to highlight. I usually use this first and then I use a lighter shade later, so everything just blends in. And I'm using the what's it called? Beauty blender. I'm using the beauty blender to blend everything out. Once I'm done with this one, and then I add a little of the lighter shade just to make it pop more, and then I blend everything out. So once I'm done with blending, and then I do my contour. This time I'm just using an eyebrow gel, a really dark eyebrow gel to contour before I use the powder. So I'm just gonna place the product in the places that I want to contour. And then I blend out using this contour brush from e.l.f. Once I'm done, I go back in with my beauty blender for my highlight, and then I set my highlight with the Ben 9 luxury powder in the shade Nutmeg. It's kind of lighter than the first one that I used to set my foundation. So I set my under eye, and then I make my contour sharper by kind of marking out the place with the powder, with a setting powder as well. I do the bridge of my nose and my forehead. So off camera I did my lashes and then I wore my false lashes as well. And so what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna highlight my face using the Bunny Bell Glimmer bronze. I think it's called Glam and Glitz. I stole this from I think still obtained it from a friend. Anyways, and I'm also going to use the Maybelline Master Chrome Metallic Highlighter as well. I use 2 of them. So once I'm done with the first one, and then I add the Maybelline Master Chrome on top of it as well. Just to make it a little, you know, more blinding. So I'm gonna highlight the bridge of my nose, and then a bit of my under eyebrow as well. I'm gonna highlight that as well. I'm gonna go to the blush now. I'm using the Sleek blush. I forgot what the color is. The color is wiped off, but yeah, I'm using the orange one and a bit of the red one, just a little bit. Once I'm done with that, I'm gonna go to the lips. I'm using the Kylie Cosmetic True Brown K first, just as a base, and then I'm gonna put the Revlon Ultra HD Lip Liquor in Smoky Topaz on top of that, and then I'm gonna use the Sephora lip gloss in the shade Champagne. So once I mix all together, and then I use just a clear lip gloss on top of it, and then we're good to go. And that's the final look. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please subscribe and give this a thumbs up. Thanks for watching.